Hey everybody. I have to practice my female voice sometime, and I'm sorry. I know it sounds really awkward and sort of duck-like, but if I don't practice, it'll never get better. Here's a little bit of a female voice. It is late at night on a Monday night, and Lucas is long gone to bed. And I had a kind of a frustrating moment. It's one that keeps cropping up in my life. Lucas's mother is very concerned that he not see me in female clothes or dressed as a woman or anything like that because she wants him to grow up to be normal. Um, and I know this is a pretty sympathetic audience, and everybody, oh, that bitch, yeah. Well, she comes from a different culture, and she's not really with it. And every time it comes up, I have this sort of urge to kind of lock down and go into an angry mode and get frustrated. And instead, I thought what I would do is talk about the actual kind of day that I had today and what actually went on and is going on in my world. I'm a trans person. I've waited a lot of years for this to happen. And when I finally decided to come out, the first place I did it was at the university. And I was, needless to say, sort of concerned and worried about how things would go. And I had just really a very positive response from the fellow work studies and from my advisor and the people that I was talking to around the university. Um, and I got really kind of jazzed up about that and really excited about that. And uh, my advisor suggested that I should tell the president. I went to her and I said, I want to tell somebody this positive experience that I'm having, and she said, "Well, tell the president." So I wrote the president of the university this message that said, "Hey, I just wanted you to know I'm a trans person in Topeka, and I've had a really great response from your university." And she wrote me back the most fabulous letter that talked about knowing how difficult trans is and what a challenging change it is in your life, and how supportive she was and how she wanted me to have a really great experience. So it's just fabulous. I'm just completely out at work. I show up in women's clothes every day. Everybody calls me Katie. The dean of our area calls me Katie. I don't know what his official title is. Administrative head calls me Katie. All of the staff call me Katie. It's really wonderful, and I'm out every day, and I get to try on new clothes, and I get to try on new looks, and it's really, really fabulous. And so last semester I was on the honor roll and I turned in a perfect score in discrete mathematics, which was a really freaky thing and really, really exciting. And I'm not getting a perfect score in discrete this semester, but I think it's likely that I will end up on the honor roll again. So that's really awesome. And then I'm out as the owner of Dryden House Publishing. Everybody in Dryden House knows me. Everybody in Dryden House calls me Katie. Some of them sometimes still call me by my birth name, but that's all right. And I have some really fabulous friends. Chelsea Ann, who works with us, is incredibly supportive and wonderful. And Owlman Press that we work with is subscribed to this channel and is really supportive and really wonderful. And the project that we are working on for next summer, that we hope to be working on over the summer, is there's a race car driver who is a trans person in England. She races uphill in France, and we've been talking to her about sponsoring her race car. She's very excited. We were talking about doing a fictional character based on her and putting them in our universe while we're sponsoring her car in her universe. And it's just really fabulous. Um, I'm reaching a real moment of change inside of myself. I went out twice last week to clubs. I don't drink alcohol, but I went out to be out in the public and had a really great time. Even the things that show up in my dreams are just they're fun, they're adventures, they're exciting things that are going on. And in spite of the fact that I'm having this moment alone here in my room, what I just did just a few minutes ago was propose to our game designer a new supplement to the game that I'd like. We're going to close a Kickstarter in 7 days. We haven't cleared the limit yet, but it looks like we will. Gosh, I just don't know. I'm talking about moving. I think a lot of trans people hit that moment where they're ready to move, and so I hit this really frustrating moment today with somebody who was really closed-minded and just said, I don't want my son exposed to this. It's a mistake in that moment to let them own the kind of day you're having, and to let them own how awesome your transition is. This is my transition. These are my breasts, my body. This is my voice that I'm working to change. This is something I've dreamed about forever. And if I choose to let that moment be the dominant moment of my day, I've let her steal something very precious from me. And I'm not going to do that. I'm having a really kick-ass day, and I'm going to keep having a really kick-ass day. So actually, I'm almost done with my really kick-ass day. I don't know if you can tell how tired I am. Anyway, I just wanted to stop and maybe even almost sort of talk to myself there in the mirror and go, honey, it just doesn't matter. That very small person can say whatever very small things they want, but you are doing something awesome with yourself. By the way, for those of you who haven't seen it, the Axis of Awesomeness, which is a comedy musical trio, one of their members recorded an awesome video on deciding that they were transgender, and I really recommend it to anybody. All right, well, I just wanted to stop by. I hadn't spoken in a couple of days. I need to practice my female voice, which I'm not doing. Anyway, having a fabulous time. Just wanted to stop in and say hi.